Well, we are back and we are here. Happy New Year's, everybody, from Unpopular Review. I'm your host tonight, one of them anyway, Mike Knoxxx, now formerly known as Mike Knoxxx, now Papa Knoxxx. And I am joined by Cactus Catie, who's doing double duty on Wednesdays like she does every Wednesday night for our wrestling fans. Check her out a little bit after the top of the hour. We're talking about a little challenge today. Catie, first of all, Happy New Year, girl.
Happy New Year, Papa Knoxxx. This is a big year for you. I'm so excited for you.
Got little Sutter homes. They don't put charges, pay us for this, but little Sutter homes.
Hey, action. You never know what we may be able to bring this next year.
That is the plan. So,
yes.
No show last week. It was Christmas Eve and the Christmas Day. We thought no show this week. Then all of a sudden we get messages saying there's a show tonight, guys. What are you gonna do? Well, this show must go on, Catie. Catie, what was today's show about? Because it's part one of the final, but
it is part one of the final. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 finalists this week. Last week we got rid of Cara Maria, which I am so devastated about. But you know what? She's had her prime. So I'm okay.
3 hours in the water, treading water. Okay, I can't do it. Okay, so shout out to Cara Maria for that. But
but in Tori, 8 finalists. We have Jenny, Derek, Rachel, Tori, Johnny Bananas, Kylan. Why do I have Michael? No, Michelle. I'm sorry, Michelle and Jordan. I'm like trying to half write things. Michelle and Jordan. So Tori knocked out Cara Maria to put herself in the final. But they finally, these 8 finalists find out about the karma vote this week. And it is sitting in the back of their minds. Do you know where they are located now? I missed that part.
I think they are still wherever they took their
Thailand.
Thailand. No, they're not in Thailand. Yeah. They were in Vietnam before.
Vietnam. I'm sorry. Yes,
that's where they were. They left Vietnam and they took a little small plane. Remember, they had the location change. So I think they're in Thailand.
Okay.
But don't hold me to that. I apologize. Chat. Let us know where they are.
Exactly. Right. But they are stationed on this boat. I don't even know if I would consider this a boat. This is like a refuge. Yeah, shipwreck. It is quite nasty. All it is flashing in my head is tetanus.
When you hear the name shipwreck, I just have a flashback to G.I. Joe when I was a kid. That was a great name. All right. One of my favorite G.I. Joe's name was shipwreck. Okay.
Exactly. So they find about the karma vote, and tonight is part 1 of the final.
Well, let me ask you this before we talk about the karma vote, right? Because I want to get into that a little bit more. Happy New Year's.
Yes.
I've complained and shit, I'm lying. I bitched about how these things have been easy lately, right? I cannot openly say this has been an easy final. Like, I feel bad for Kylie.
We're only halfway through it.
It's all swimming and running. How the hell is Jenny staying on top like this?
Yeah, there's a quote from, I believe, Tori tonight that says, we will be doing miles and miles of swimming. It's crazy.
Too much swimming for me.
Jordan will have the advantage because of the amount of swimming. Thank God West isn't here.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, West was the, borderline Olympic swimmer, but Jordan is most definitely the best swimmer out of all these guys, I think. So we'll see.
I don't want to say that I'm surprised by the output that the ladies are putting in.
Yeah.
But they are doing better thus far in this final. And can we for once, because if I'm not correct, TJ did give out the money amount. Right?
Uh-huh.
It's one first place winner, not guy or girl.
Yeah.
It's one first place winner. We might actually get, like, I know that Laurel won the All-Star, but it didn't come down to male women kind of a thing in a sense, right? No. This might be the first time I can remember that a woman has beat a man in these finals. Am I incorrect with that?
Cara Maria was the first ever solo.
She was the first one, yes.
Yes. And I think that was the last time. They may have only done this one time before.
Okay. Well, this is impressive because if Jordan holds it up, then that won't come to pass. But they did go into the karma vote.
They did. They let them know about the karma vote. And there was lots of flashbacks during this episode that, kind of tied it all together. Of course, we know the finalists are not seeing these things. We are as viewers.
See, I walked away and started making a drink when that happened. So I didn't actually see it. So I actually thought I missed something because they were saying it was out there, but I didn't see him talk about it. So elaborate for myself. So who had the most votes? Do you remember that?
Well, they did not mention who, I believe. They were just doing flashbacks throughout every person who was eliminated when they got told about the karma vote. And some people were mentioning, like, for instance, Cara Maria was like, okay, Johnny, you're getting a 1.
Yeah, if I can give you a -1. Yeah, I remember
that. So I don't know who. I think Tori is going to have a massive amount. I think it is going to be Johnny Bananas knows he's screwed. As he said when he found out, I might as well jump off this boat right now. So I don't know how it's being played into it. I'm sure that is going to be a part 2, day 2 surprise. But we do have to also mention, before we get in part of the first part of the final, we have Derek coming in last week. So, Tori and Cara Maria did have to go into elimination. Tori won, Cara Maria went home, but Derek was the losing male, and he still had the penalty to face. And going into a final knowing you're already going to be behind is pretty disheartening, let's put it that way. He also thinks he's the smallest one of all of them, which he is, and has had the toughest road. Besides, I believe Rachel would be also a top contender for that. And you know what? They start this episode, or final, in the water. And
the whole episode is in the water.
Pretty much
on top of the water, under the water,
or on
the water, or running on the beach.
Right? Exactly. They did not adventure very far from the boat.
Well, hold on. That's a very far swim. And that's the bullshit in it. Like, it ain't like they're swimming like a little bit. They got to swim there.
Miles.
Do the exercise. And then swim back. The one time swim back was so funny. Colin's punk ass. I got to say that because he was swimming like a punk. Right? He just sitting on top of the floaty. You can't swim on a floaty. A floaty is made for you to not drown, not used to be of some sort of necessary speed to get across. Kylan, please. Right now.
Exactly. So. Exactly. No, he did not do great on this first one. This first final part was called Sandblaster. And Derek had a 3-minute holdup. Yeah. Which is a long time when you have Jordan half shark.
We thought it was a long time.
Yeah, he thought. But he ended up coming in second. final and finishing in second. So props out, kudos to you, Derek. You get my award of the day because of that. And he really doesn't do bad on any of the other parts either. He holds his ground. Now, who was it? Rachel. She just couldn't really keep up anymore. These swimming things, I think, are just too much for her body. I'm not sure.
It's too much for me watching it.
Yeah,
I'm not even swimming on it, and this is a boring finals.
It is. So far, it's very boring. Yeah. I'm really hoping, like, when I think of a final, we should really mention this when Shay comes back. But, like, what was your
vomiting?
Yeah, what was your favorite final to watch?
Oh, there's a lot. I don't know ones I hate the least.
My favorite one to watch. Yeah. My favorite one to watch was the one where Wes and CT, and they had to go through that maze, and it was Cara Maria, and I forgot who else.
And the catacombs. My favorite is always the mountain ones.
Ooh.
Them having to climb a mountain in the snow and have those peaks.
Iceland, no less.
And they spend the night outside, and they can't sleep, and they have to stand on a those kind. The one time they were out in the snow and had to sit on ice.
Oh yeah.
Those to me are grueling finals, but a different kind of grueling than this. Because again, this may be not entertaining to us to watch, but damn, it's definitely grueling on their bodies. The running, the swimming, the running, the swimming, the standing. When they're not even getting able to sit down in between stops. They got to sit on a little circle.
That I think you're referring to the last one Jenny won.
And I didn't even know Jenny was the winner. I feel sorry. I didn't know Jenny even won anything. What's going on, Shay?
Total Madness, yes. Shay. That Rival 2 was the one I'm thinking about, yes. Total Madness is the one that Papa Knoxxx is mentioning, where they literally had to climb. That actually was not in Iceland. Normally they are in Iceland, but I don't believe that one was in Iceland. But they did do those things.
That mountain was crazy. But we do get down to the nitty gritty, if you will. So we got the Jordan, because Jordan's just kicking ass because, he's Jordan.
Right.
I picked Jordan to win this, by the way. Don't forget that.
Yes, you did.
But I have to say this to someone. And again, this isn't my story. And I'm a fan of Jordan. I think he is the Michael Jordan of the challenges. Not most wins. I think he's the best competitor that competes in the challenges year in and year out. That's just my opinion. But when he said, I want to win this so I can go race cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of be like, you don't need that fucking money.
Nope. He really doesn't. He has massive sponsorship. He races cars. Honestly, I'm going to say he's probably one of the most fit out of everybody, too. The triathlons that he does are just crazy.
I want to get a lot of money to go race cars so I could be a Grand Prix champion. I'm sitting here saying, man, they're talking about buying houses and paying off bills and starting a family and going home to the wife and letting her know, like, hey, you just raised all these 3 kids while I've been gone for months. I got you. Let's go, something. This man says, yup. I want to go race cars. And in that moment, I said, damn it, Jordan, I'm having a hard time cheering for you.
I agree. But
not surprised at all.
Yeah, not surprised. Why they let Bananas and Jordan into, why wasn't he every single week in elimination?
That's why I like Corey. I know y'all don't like Corey, but
he wanted him out.
Corey, Devin, help me out. I'm bad with names. Was Corey's friend who just got hurt with his leg amputated?
Nelly.
Nelly. Nelson.
Nelly.
Singing a Nelson. Ain't a Nelson. That's how I always remember his name. League of Their Own. They all from the beginning they came in.
They're not stupid. Yeah.
But then they just
can't do it.
The political vote, the social game against them because they're so openly get these guys out. But I've never understood that. I don't care how many friends they got, how many challenges they won. You win too much, get the fuck out of here. And that's, I believe, MTV says, okay, they can't vote them out. until at least week 4. Stuff like that starts to
Well, I mean, I used to
mind.
believe that too until what was it, Total Madness, where CT got knocked out by Jay in like pretty early on. I mean, granted, CT didn't make it long on this one either. So
he didn't, but CT's forever goated.
Yeah.
Watch him carry him like a little baby. Like a little baby bird. Little baby bird. What?
That will forever go in history of the challenge. But
my greatest moment ever.
Yeah, so tonight's episode had two-part final. So the first one was called Sandblaster, and then the second one, actually, it was kind of like 3 parts. 2 days, 3 parts, I think is what it was. So then we had the ghost ship where they had to do the pattern. Mm-hmm. Did they have to swim under the boat to see the pattern?
Underneath the
shipwreck that they
submarine, whatever it was, right? Underneath the sub. So let me hold my breath.
Yeah.
Let me look at it. Let me think about it, and let me pitch in the detail, because the flag on this one may be in the right spot, but the line may be different. Yeah. This has not been an easy final.
No.
I'm just not entertained.
It's just boring. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Just boring.
Yeah.
Like, if this was like a, what do you call it, mini final, I might be more interested. But it's not.
And they've had a mini final, and the mini final was more interesting than this.
Listen, this thing is for the birds.
It is.
And next week it is for all the marbles.
Yeah. So we end the episode with them counting money. And I do feel like the challenge does this a lot. In the finals. Yeah. And they had a bag of coins that they have to count each single coin, but there has to be in increments of hour long and then an hour off to try to, mess you up. And that gets on everybody's nerves. And at the very last couple minutes of this episode, you see what we have all been waiting for. The massive, the super strong, mentally pretty stable Jenny start to lose it. She is crashing.
I've been waiting on it.
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that she does this whole thing.
Oh my God, she is losing her mind. You can see her hair's all messed up. She's stressing out. She is absolutely deteriorating.
She's all discombobulated, Mama.
Yeah,
she said,
I know. She may be seasick. She may be seasick on top of all that. I mean, they're down in the bunker of the boat counting this money. Guess what? You put me down there in the bunker of that boat, it's not going to be pretty for everybody else on there, because you're going to be smelling vomit the whole time.
I like what Derek said. Derek said they should give me something sitting here and listen to all this shit.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where we ended the episode. TJ does mention that there is going to be another location for part 2 of this final.
Do all 8 make it to the final? I mean, to end the show before they count it up, because
all 8 made it through this episode.
Right. So we'll find out next week. We'll have Captain Shay back. We have the finale of that. Cactus Catie got double duty again, guys, as well. This is our first show of the year here on Unpopular Review Entertainment, and I'm glad that we were the ones to bring it to you first. We do have other shows here on the network, so please check those all out on Unpopular Review Entertainment. We got the Wolf Pack on Friday. On Thursdays, you have the Trio of Destiny doing their one-shots, and then I got my shirt on today. So
nice.
In case you don't know what that is.
Tonight's broadcast has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am, National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Masterhood.
Love my guys. Just hold us down over there. Catie, any final words we got to hear about this episode?
No. You know what? We are wrapping up the season finally. I feel like it's been a very long season. And before you know it, All Stars will be back. So there's not even that much of a break.
I like the All Stars is coming in fast, honestly.
I know. I like both. They did a great spinoff. It's a great spinoff.
Hopefully it'll be better on MTV because I did not like it on Paramount Plus for whatever
Yes.
reason. You would think I would like it more because on there they can actually curse.
Yeah.
And I
Well.
dug it, but it was something about the energy of the show that just did not pull me in like it does on the one show. So we're gonna get ready to get up out of here, guys. We see you next week. Catie got more work to do. Mom, nurse, wife, you name it. We got to do it. So we thank you for being here and being a part of us. We always appreciate you and your time. And tell your husband we thank him as well. And guys, we are out of here. We will see y'all next week.
Good night. Happy New Year's.